Okay, fun fact, I am recording at about 11:23 a.m., so it's just about noon, but this lighting is not being very kind to me at all. One side of my face is just pure white, and I have tried to tan, and it has not worked, so I can't fix it. I have a blanket over it and everything, it's just not working out. So half of my face is just going to be very exposed. Hi, I'm Wubs, and I don't stream that often anymore, but I do tend to stream Risk of Rain 2 when I stream. It's a fun little round-based game where the rounds are just planets that you go to, but I think it's time to clear the air. With this new expansion that's come out, there have been some new stages, and I think it's time to say which are the best, which are the worst, and which are just okay. Here we have a tier list of every stage, so I believe this goes in alphabetical order because I see the Abandoned Aqueduct, and then Fractured, and the other names I have the wiki up here for, to be honest with you. So the Abandoned Aqueducts, I have never been a fan of the Abandoned Aqueducts, and I will tell you why. It is huge. I mean, I guess it's not that big. I know my way around it, but it is massive. It feels massive, at least. Maybe it's not that big, but it feels giant. It feels like getting from one side to the other. Unless I'm playing like Loader, it takes a decade. Compare it to something like the sulfur pools. I knew it was something pools. I had to double check. I love maps like sulfur pools. They're just smaller. I'll get to that. But I'm gonna put it at like C. I'm really not Abandoned Aqueduct enjoyer. I really do not like it. A Moment Fractured. Now, with A Moment Fractured, it's not even really a stage. It's the stage that used to be the end game before they thought of Mithrix. And you can still get to it. It's a nice way to end the game without dying. I appreciate the end of it. I appreciate the ending feel. It feels big when you make it there. But I think that the appearing, I'll just set it at A tier for now. The appearing platforms that show up whenever you're about to fall, I wish those appeared in like the end game stage. You know what I mean? Like I wish they were somewhere else, because it feels just kind of inserted in for the sake of it being there. I feel like if they were in other maps before this one, it would make it make more sense and it would feel bigger. But I mean, it's just a mid-tier stage, isn't it? It's just the end stage. It's good. It feels big, like I said, but it's not even really a stage. So I'm just going to put it at B tier. Speaking of not really being a stage, after you hit this tingamajig at A Moment Fractured, you can be sent to, what's it called? Is it called Commencement? I don't know the name of it, but this is where you buy if you buy the beads from the little shop, this is where you can go to fight a big old scavenger and get, like, 10 lunar coins, I think? I mean, it's just a boss stage, isn't it? I feel like it goes below this. It's nothing special. This is one of the new places. The wiki says it is the Abyssal Sanctuary. I have not memorized all the names, I'm very sorry, but I promise I've been to these places. The Abyssal Sanctuary, this is another map that is giant, but I feel like it kind of warrants it. It's a very, very large map. It feels huge, but it also, if I had to describe it to something, it gives me major, I don't know if this is just me, but like the color scheme, how you navigate it even, it kind of reminds me of like, okay, yeah, I had to make sure I had my names right, I was mixing up names. I'm gonna compare this to like a Call of Duty Zombies map. This is giving me like Shangri-La vibes, because when I play Shangri-La, I feel really like enclosed, and when I play on this map, I feel, it feels tight. There's a lot of open spaces to like jump around and move, but like if you were to play like multi, it would feel a little more restrictive, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'll put it A. I have it hovering around A. I'll put it A. I like it, and I'm glad that they added it, but I don't think it's like a perfect map. It's fine. It's good. The Lunar Shop. This is probably not the canon name for it, but this is what it is. You go here, you meet the guy. It's a nice little shop. I don't know, like it's not even really a stage, right? It feels weird putting it. I think I'm gonna put this top of B tier because it's not really a stage. Like the Sanctuary and the Aqueducts, they're both stages that you actually play on. So I think these are like mid, you know, whatever. And I think any normal maps that are mid are going to go above it. But it is definitively the best of the three like non-stages, if that makes sense. Oh hell, what's the name of the artifact stage? I don't know. The Bulwark's Ambry. That's what it's called. So this is I don't know. I don't really like it. But I really am like hesitant to put any of these stages in like B tier. You know what I mean? But I really am not a fan of it. It adds a lot of like verticality, and it's very interesting in how you play it. It changes with every artifact that you're getting the code for. I don't know. I'm just gonna put it at the bottom of C for now because that's what I'm feeling. I don't want to give it D tier because for what it is, it's fine. But in the grand scheme of things, is it better than the Aqueduct? Absolutely not. I don't think it's better than any of these maps, and it's certainly not better than the new Sanctuary. So this is chilling at C tier. This is the boss area. It is called Commencement. I think, you know it and I know it, the boss stage is an S tier stage. It feels huge. The soundtrack is booming. That's one thing you can't really say for like the rest of these, because the rest of these soundtrack is relatively the same. The soundtrack here slaps so hard. I feel like I am going to kill a god when I am in the stage. Like just the... It feels fantastic. Mithrix is fucking cool. How you get there is a little challenging, but it's good. It weeds out the bad players. I love it. That's an easy S tier. One of the starting stages, it is called the Distant Roost. I really should pay attention to the names of these stages more while I'm playing. I'm learning. I think this is my favorite starting stage. I don't know. It's tied between this and the original starter. But there's so much more that is interesting about this one. The variation of it, I think it has two variations. I enjoy them both. It's very tall. Both of them are very tall. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of how tall it is though. I'm gonna put it at the top of B tier. Have these chilling. I think that's a good spot for it. Cause like I'm thinking of it in terms of how much do I enjoy each map. These are just kind of, they aren't even really stages. So I can't even rank them that low because they're all relatively the same. But, you know, thinking in terms of what spawns, when the stage is, do I enjoy playing on the Roost more than I enjoy playing on the Sanctuary? Absolutely not. Do I enjoy it more than the Aqueduct? Absolutely. Yes, I do. So... I think B tier is where it belongs. Oh shit! What's the name of this place? Gilded Coast. I knew it was something gilded. This is a little boss area. I don't know. I would even go as far to put it below the artifact room, just because it does not feel like a boss area. I would even argue that this place doesn't need to exist. It does nothing. All it does is house that homie with the big sword that you can make your friend after you kill it. I really don't see why else this place would exist or should exist. But even then, I don't think it needs to be here. but it's not like D tier. Like, it doesn't look bad. I'm saving D tier for maps that just look awful and they just play horribly too. And there's not a lot of those. We'll get to those. I think you might know which ones I'm talking about. But I'm gonna put it bottom of C. I think that it kind of blows. Oh, who can forget this map? I can forget the name of it, but I can't forget the place. Scorched Acres. I have an infamously hard time with this map only because I have tried and tried and tried to get the logbook for this map, and I cannot get it. It is frustrating. That being said, it's one of my favorite stages. It just looks beautiful. I think how you traverse the map is really interesting. The hidden nude altars, they're really easy to find, but they're a little bit challenging to get to. Or at least the one guaranteed one is a little challenging to get to depending on who you're playing. It really feels like you're getting outside of the map, and then when you get outside of the map, you're like, oh, wait, there's a nude altar here. I'm supposed to be here. And I really like shit like that. I'm gonna put it above the Sanctuary. I think this is a great spot for it. I really, really enjoy this map. This is the place with the boss that you get that red item from. Siren's Call is what it's called. I think Siren's Call is a better version of the Distant Roost. I think this is what the Distant Roost could have been, but since the Distant Roost is a starter map, it couldn't have been all of this, or else like the rest of the game would feel like almost, dull. Starter maps need to be bare bones. But this feels like just a completely souped up version, like a mixture of the very first starter map that I can't think of the name of and the Distant Roost. I'm gonna put it bottom of A. I think I enjoy the Sanctuary more. I think I just enjoy how it looks, how it feels to play. But it definitely belongs in A tier. I feel like this is correct. Wait, I'm just realizing, where's the Hell stage? The Hell stage is not on this list. Why not? I was gonna put that one at S tier. I don't know why the Depths isn't on here. I guess I'll just throw the Depths in post. Someone forgot to add it. Well, I'm spoiling that one for you. The Abyssal Depths, I think it's completely S tier. I really like it. Feels like you're in hell. It looks like you're in hell. It has the hidden chest that is a really good hidden chest. There's a chance of like one half of the map being closed off, and that half is so gorgeous and it's so like claustrophobic and it's stressful. It feels like you do not want to be there. It's just cool. It feels like you don't want to be there in the best way possible. I feel like I should reword that. Sky Meadow. Sky Meadow, it just feels so mid to me. It is huge. Traversing it is very interesting, I suppose, but I don't know why it just feels so mid to me. I would not feel right putting it up in A tier or above. I would put it top of B tier. I said top of B tier, thank you. There's just like, I don't want to say there's nothing that stands out about it, because I think every map has something that makes it like unique and stand out, but it just feels so mid. That's the only word I can think of. It's just like middle of the road, fine map, There's nothing fantastic about it. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's okay. Now this is one of, I think this is a starting map. I've gotten it at the very beginning before. It is a new map called the Siphon Forest. I really, really, really like the Siphon Forest. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of A tier because for a starting map, it feels great. It's not too big, it's not too small. It feels like this giant trees just in the middle and you're playing around it. I think the ice is interesting. This is one of the only maps that has ice, if not the only one. I think it's great. I really enjoy it. These sulfur pools. Now, I think I think this is the I'm gonna say the second ugliest map I have ever seen. It looks abysmal. It looks foul. It's not supposed to be beautiful, but it looks terrible. It does what it's supposed to do in looking like absolute dog water. But I enjoy how it plays. I enjoy how you can see across just about the entire map from not even being that high up. I enjoy how it feels to play on. I think portal stages can be a little stressful because if you're up against projectile enemies, you're not finding a place to hide. I enjoy that. I think it's bare bones, but I think it's fun. I'm gonna put it top of C tier. I think this is a good place for it. The Sunder and Grove, I would have never even guessed that. Jesus. I'm feeling really strongly about this map. Every time I get this map, it feels good, but it is massive. Like, it is giant. It is such a huge map. I don't think in any one playthrough of this map you are seeing the entire map. It is big. It is big, big. But in how big it is, it feels like every aspect of this map is unique. Like, on one half you are jumping from fucking giant mushrooms like you see on here. In the other you are just traversing this massive tree. You feel minuscule playing on this map. You feel so tiny. And I really enjoy that. I don't know where to put this. It's either low A or high B. I think it's somewhere in this area. I'm gonna go ahead and put it above Siren's Call. I think this is a good spot for it. I enjoy playing on this map more than Siren's Call, but not as much as the new map. So I think that's a good spot for it. I actually know the name of this one. This is the Planetarium, and I know it because it is iconic, instantly iconic. It feels like a mix between A Moment Fractured and Commencement. It is just so gorgeous. The boss area is just like a ring. The entire map is a boss area, and it's just like a big ring. The boss is huge. When you first see it, you're like, fuck, what do I do? It feels so good to finally kill it. I'm gonna put it under Commencement. I think this is the correct order. Nothing can really top Commencement. It is just so good. I think I would move Abyssal Depths like to the bottom of S tier for this map. The very first map. What is it called? Titanic Planes. I'm sorry. This is my personal favorite starting map. You know, it's what a starting map is. I would say it was my personal favorite until the new starting map came out, the snow one. It's just such a good starting map. Like, it's exactly what a starting map should be. I'm gonna put it above the Roost. I think this is exactly where it belongs. Such a good starting map. Every variation feels good. It's a good starter. If you're playing the game for the first time and you're dying a lot, coming here is such a good feeling. It's such a nice starting map. Okay, here we are at the Void Fields. I don't like the Void Fields at all. I think the Void Fields kind of blow, and I'll tell you why. When you are on the Void Fields, it feels like cheap tension. You know what I mean? That's just the mechanic of the Void Fields I'm talking about, but it plays into the entire stage. That's what the stage is. So there's no really getting around it. I hate to put it in D tier because I really don't think any of the maps deserve like a D tier, but given how strong all of these other maps are, I think it's got to go here. I think that it absolutely needs to go here. Traveling it is such a pain in my ass. I hate traveling this fucking map so much. I appreciate how it gives you the option to leave because of the mechanic itself. And I really do enjoy completing the Void Fields, like getting the items, I mean. I think the idea of enemies constantly getting stronger and stronger and getting items is interesting. But the map sucks, man. Like, it's so bad. If you do not, like multi is the least mobile character I can think of right now. Multi or engineer. I would even say engineer, because at least multi has his charge. If for whatever reason you were playing engineer and you're on void fields, getting from point A to point B without movement items feels so bad. It feels so bad. I don't like the void fields at all. So I'm going to save, this is the Void Locus. I'm going to save this for last because I need to talk my shit on this map. Wetland aspect, I think it's better than the void fields, but it's so bad. This is like my least favorite actual map that you can get in just about every playthrough. This map sucks. It's hideous. It is god awful to look at. I guess it's fine to traverse. Some of the portal spawns can be kind of ass, but otherwise I don't have that much of a problem just going through it. It just looks terrible. It feels bad to be on for the wrong reasons. It's just so dull. I just don't like it. These are my 2 D tier maps. These are the 2 maps that I believe are the worst in the entire game. Finally, we have the Void Locus. Now, when I think of what the Void is in Risk of Rain 2, this is what I imagine, right? It feels giant. It feels almost incomprehensible. Even in playing it, it feels like so well structured. I'm trying to think how to word this. They've made this map make me speechless. It's a mixture between complex architecture and nothing. But it doesn't feel like nothing in a bad way. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like a void. It feels like you are in a void trying to get out. And when you get out, you go to the Planetarium. So, good luck. I don't know too much about it yet. It's still fresh in my mind. But just looking at it and playing on it for the amount of time that I have, I'm feeling somewhere, not in S tier, I'm feeling somewhere in A tier, but I'm debating where. I don't know. I'm feeling low A tier, like beneath this. I think that's a fair spot for it. Okay, I think this is my definitive tier list of everything in Risk of Rain, every stage in Risk of Rain. I'm okay with this. I feel like this is correct. But how do you feel about it? Please let me know. I always enjoy your feedback. I really do enjoy doing these tier lists, and I would like to do more. So if you have a topic that you'd like to see a tier list on, please join the Discord and let me know. But otherwise, I'm Wubs. This is the right tier list. And take care.